I bet.
Yeah.
All right, so 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, thank you for joining again. Welcome to the B&B Network and the B&B Podcast. I'm here with some very special people. Actually, we're just gonna chop it up today. Pretty much talk about the album release, speak about people who are involved in the album release, and I have the engineer here, Archa Da Wizard, and two of my favorite producers, Frontier, and I got Biggz with me.
Sir.
We just gonna talk about, you know, what the album was about, talk about our place in the album, talk about our stories, and so Arch, you want to begin? Because I met you years ago, man. It's been a minute now.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on too, man. So call me Archa Da Wizard, producer, engineer, artist, and been working with Matt, just giving him some inspiration, you know, producing some beats, man. I think I made a beat for Matt and he performed it on stage like way back when. I don't even remember, like 2017 or some shit.
Yo.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Yeah, it's just
How do you do?
it's just a good. Yeah, it was good, man. I got it on my hard drive somewhere. I got the video still. It was a dope scene, man. Like the people heard the song the first time and it was already singing the lyrics. It was a catchy hook. Like everybody was just pumped, yo. It was wild. I forgot where it was. It was Bowery or something, right?
Yeah, it was Bowery. You still have that?
Yeah, I think I still have it on one of my hard drives. I just gotta find the junk.
That was like 2000, like
That's deep in the archives.
yo, that's like 2011, 2012.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
bro.
so bad, man. I can't believe you have that.
It's on one of them hard drives.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you mix, you
So you
produce, you rap, everything, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, been doing it since I was 14, practically like 20 years now, you could say. Whole 20 years, man, in the game. Just learning shit. Just going through this, that, and the third, you know, building studios here and there. Just trying to build and be an entrepreneur. Like I got into the entrepreneur tip, I would say like 2013 around there. That's when I really started like copywriting and like publishing and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, I've just right now just trying to keep it pushing, man. You already know.
Word.
And I mixed the past 2 albums of yours too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just keeping things rolling. Just building step by step.
Word. So I'm gonna go in ABC order. So Archer, and then we got Biggz. Yo, Biggz, what up, baby?
Bro, baby.
Yo. So tell the people about you, man. Tell the people and how we met, man. Because it's been a year now. Now it's going on a year.
That is a good question. How did we meet?
We met because my man's from elementary school was doing an interview with you. And yeah.
Oh, that's
How long y'all go back?
Delvin, I don't know how I met Delvin. All I know is one day out of the blue, he hits me up. He was like, yo, I see that you're working, because I was working with LA Sav at the time. Matter of fact, this was before I had the Tony Mont's workplace. He reached out to me. He was like, yo, I got a podcast that's going on. You know, I'm looking for up-and-coming producers. I see that your numbers are going up. Let's get an interview in. I go in. I think, I did the interview, and I don't think that we were speaking at that time. I think it was the day of or the day after. You had seen it, you know, you commented, and I replied. Next thing you know, you was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's whatever. From then, it's just been crazy uphill, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. It's been crazy uphill for the both of us. Like, I've told Matt this so many times. I'm like, yo, you one of my favorite artists to work with. Like, you mad consistent. These artists, especially the younger dudes,
it's like, you know, I work with them, but it's like I don't have fun with it because they're not consistent. They're not hungry. As a young dude, personally, I'm hungry for this.
I can relate.
I appreciate you, man.
No, of course, man. It ain't nothing, bro. I tell you all the time. It's all love. It's all love. And I don't only come to Matt. I don't only speak to Matt for just music. Me and Matt, we chop it on. How many times have me and you called me out the blue, chopped it up? Just on brother. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of relationship I like because like you build a bond with somebody and it's like it's more than the music. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And he always dropping low key, he don't realize, but he always dropping a jewel, especially for a young dude like me. He always dropping a jewel every time I speak to him.
Yo, this is meant for y'all to get y'all jewels, man. Come on, man. Yo, y'all killing me, man.
Get your flowers. You better get your flowers, man. Everything he's saying, I agree with 100%. You already know.
You know I love all three of y'all, man. Straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Arch be chopping it up too. You know? So Frontier, yo, now you gotta tell people how we met, man. Like we met at a session.
I don't even remember it, to be honest with you.
Word? We
what session did we meet at?
We met because Q came in to record.
Quiet. Shout out to Quiet Anthony Bun. My son is a cop now.
What?
He ain't even doing music no more, bro. But he served his purpose, bro. Because if it wasn't for him, I truly wouldn't be here. And I should have remembered that. Shame on me, because my name and his name is on your mic from the time we met.
Yeah.
It's been lit ever since, bro. And I ain't expect to have that relationship because honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you right now. I was like, I don't know if I like the mix. That was my first event. I was like, I don't know. I was like, yo, but this dude, he's mad cool, man. He was so welcoming and all of that, like, and his vibe, man. And ever since then, when you saw me in the mall, bro, remember I saw you. I was like 100 pounds bigger. I'm going to work and going home, not expecting nobody to even look at me, like me, talk to me, anything. And you was always there after work, bro. You was always there after work, giving me, bro. And you, just like he said, giving me gems, wanting to work with me, bro. And I just noticed that consistency. I was like, you definitely somebody and I need to have in my life, bro. Not even just on no music shit. Like you said,
I appreciate
it up about anything, man. Your humility, you're a good person, man. And everything you're trying to do, we gotta support it.
For real.
Yeah. It's the message. The message is bigger than all of us, first of all. Like, and I don't know about y'all, but you know, this is what we should do with our light, give back, or you know, shine light.
That's now, where he's going in the direction that he's going, it's like it's shedding light to a lot of things that people of this generation don't pay attention. Obviously, your demographics is more, you know what I'm saying, older people that have some type of knowledge that want something in life. But it's like the more that you reach out to us and the more like you work with younger producers, like all of us, we're young. But we got that old sound. But you know, we mixing the new, you make it fire, but it's like you still incorporate that sound to where it's like everybody conscious. You're not talking about killing, you're not talking about drugs, you're talking about building yourself up as a minority.
We love to see it.
That conversation the other day. Like, talking about building yourself up. So it's like, that's powerful. And people, watch, you gonna get a Grammy. You gonna get more.
Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, yo.
You're gonna get some Grammys. Watch, you're gonna hit that one song. It's gonna be that
say it and claim it, bro. Because if it's Grammy involved in your future, you damn sure I want to be right there. Celebrate.
Bro, the stuff that you're speaking, bro, is more of you gotta get yourself up. You know what I'm saying? If you'd have did some, the Juneteenth alone, that spoke words of volume because it's like you standing up for our people on Juneteenth. Nobody really dropped nothing on Juneteenth.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man.
It's the content too. The content was relative to what was going on.
Exactly.
There is a Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? And I told you this before. Everything you do, it's kind of like it's on code and it's on task, and you can really just sync all these ventures into each other because they all serving our people in a way. It's all food, it's all knowledge.
You want to know what's crazy? So it was crazy because I saw Biggz making a beat on live one day, and that's how we ended up getting the beat. And he was actually making the family discussion beat, and I got it or whatever, and I started started rapping some stuff to it, but I heard someone else's voice on it. And I thought of some other people, and then I said, you know what? I think Arch would sound really good on this. So not only did Arch like on the Fade to Black, going back to the first album, because that ties into me and Biggz relationship as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? He played it. I was like, yo, he was making it actually. And I said, yo, you gotta send me, like, I'll send you whatever. Just send me that right now. I sent it to Arch, and he was like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Due to COVID, we had to do it virtually, but yo, we started building over the virtual call. And Arch came up.
Remember cooking that beat up on live.
Yeah.
That's the only beat that I don't remember cooking up on live. And that's crazy.
Yep. You made that on live. And I sent that to Arch. Arch was like, yo, I got you right now. And we called each other, and we just chopped it up.
Yeah.
Yo, Arch, how was that? Yo, because how was that for you when you heard that beat like for the first time, like hearing it, you know what I'm saying, and knowing it was coming from Biggz and whatnot?
Shit, first I didn't know who Biggz was really, and I didn't really know about the homie yet. We didn't even meet at that point in time. But yeah, that shit was dope, bro. When I think you sent it to me with like the first bar on there too, though, right?
Yeah. Like
the first few bars. Yeah, you sent it to me like that, and I was like, yo, that shit is official, bro. And I had sent you, I think I texted you the part that was supposed to go after that shit. And he was like, nah, bro, yo, I think we should like do some Jada Kid Styles P type of shit, bro. And I was like, all right, nigga. And then I think we zoomed, and then we just sat there on the Zoom and wrote the whole thing, bro. Like that shit was lit. Wrote it, and then I recorded it later that day and sent it to you.
Yep. That's exactly
mind that we could do that. Like over Zoom, we could do that. That's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that drum was lit though. That was a fun experience.
I forgot how we heard my beat.
Really.
Word, bro. Yeah.
You playing some shit and he just picked it up. I don't know whether it was on the phone, video chat.
I'm gonna tell you, because you go back to, because our first work was Fade to Black. Because what happened was with that one, you had it on Instagram, and I saw it, and I said, yo, send that to me. And you didn't even you told me you wasn't even feeling it.
Yeah, I say that about everything.
Yeah, and you sent it over to me, and I was like, nah, this is it. And I remember, because I think I sent you a video thing on Instagram doing the hook and the whip.
You was serious. That's what I did know. So.
Yeah, and I loved it. And that was actually on Fade to Black, the title track, Fade to Black. You know what I'm saying? Then you came over. We had K at the time.
Memory is crazy.
Yeah, we had K at the time. And remember, because I said, nah, yo, Biggz, Arch, let me tell you this. So I said to him, I said, yo, you gonna like this new song that I did. And Tia is very serious about his craft. So he's like, all right, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I played him the Benny song, and he said, yo, that joint is the one. So then K came over, and K was like, and I told K, I'm gonna play you the song. And he was like, all right, we'll see if I like it. And Frontier was like, nah, bro, that's the one. So then K said, yo, re-record it. And remember, I sat there with y'all. You was there, K was there, and I at my studio, and I re-recorded it in one take.
One take. Great.
Yup. Frontier was, and then Frontier was like, yo, we should do ad libs. I said, I don't do ad libs.
I'm not even a fan of one take, but if you got it and you can do it, do it. But not me. Anybody here?
You did the ad libs.
Who, me?
You did the ad libs on Benny.
I know. I'd like to hop on the songs I love the most. That's why I'm on the recent joint too.
Yeah.
I ain't got a producer, bro. Let me get a doo-wop pop in the background, something, man.
So I said a doo-wop.
Oh, man, you said that's why I was cringing, bro. You said we young. I was sitting here like, yeah, some of us.
At heart, we all still.
That's a fact.
I'm trying out here.
That's a fact.
I'm young spirited, so
word. That goes.
All the new music is well received, and then you be getting a lot of good feedback. So
see now when you said you on the other one, that's on that one-way joint that you did. You did the singing. I had the bass player, and then Archa did the beat. He also, you know what I'm saying, he not only did he just mix rap on the last joint, he actually did the beat for the second part for ONE.WAY. So he sent me that beat. Arch, you sent me that beat like 4 years ago?
Nah, I think I sent it last year. Like it was either last year, because I just be sending out beats and shit just through email and all of that type of stuff. I just send them. So I probably sent it to you close to like last year or whatever.
Yeah. And then I heard it. I said, yo, because I don't know, it was something weird where I was doing that. And I said, yo, I think I could do something to that and make it a part 2 to that song. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ended up coming of ONE.WAY, you know what I'm saying? But it was the same thing that what happened with Biggz, because Biggz sent me some stuff in my email. And I remember he said, yo, check out some. He sent me like 3 or 4 beats. And I went through some of them and I heard WHY.SLEEP. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with it at first. I just was like, oh, I know I got to do something to this. And I think I messaged him. I said, yo, I got something for you. So I came home or whatnot. And I actually did that song. I freestyled that joint and I sent it over to him. And I think I sent it over to Arch. And Arch was like, yo, this joint is it. You know what I'm saying? I think you mixed that like 2 days or 3 days after I did that one too.
Didn't I send you all of them in like a pack together? I think I sent you Family Discussion, WHY.SLEEP, 720. I don't know if I was supposed to say 720, but
nah, you should. Yeah. That's in the cut.
Hey, bro, let me tell you. He texted me back. He was like, yo, I listened to everything. Why the hell is there not one beat that I don't like? Mind you, it's like 6, 7. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just made it. Like,
right.
Word.
That's the best feedback, bro.
There's no better.
Word.
They so overwhelmed with the fire, they don't even know where to start.
Right. You just going skipping.
Yeah, make you feel away. Like, nah, bro. I'm over here cooking up. That's it.
Word.
Yeah, I think that was crazy though. Wait till y'all get a hold of what's coming next.
Right.
The next 2 months, I already told Matt, we done flip the ball game. We done turned the ball park upside down. Now, we going like
Yep. So yeah, so Arch, I want to ask you too about like your mixing process, because a lot of people talked about the process of how to like how the song sound, how clean, and like, can you tell us a little bit about your mixing process and how you kind of like establish your workflow?
For the most part, I just start off with like if there's like if you send me stems with a beat, I would like just mute the like solo, the beat by itself, mute out the vocals, fix the beat, and just start adding, like bring back in the vocals and then level those out, and then pretty much just add the plugins once I level them out, and then just listen for little things here and there. And if I like, throughout the mixing process, if I hear something that needs to like emphasize or like to make it like more unique with the vocals, I'd like start doing the chops in the beats, and then, just continue on. And then like, if it's a beat by itself, I would like usually run it through a plugin and like get the mid-side processing done on it. And then I would do the same process again, like with the stems, just solo it out, the beat, and then bring back in the vocals, level them out, and then just like see if I could find any like certain parts in the beat that I could like put some like equalizers and like just to make it sound different on like certain segments, and then just continue on with the same process. And I use mostly like Waves plugins, and is an API bundle that I rock with. And to make the clarity come out, I usually run with this SSL plugin. It's hold on, let me check. I'm on the computer now. I don't know why I'm trying to think about it. And it's right here. It's called SSL Native Vocal Strip. Yeah, so that right there, I use that on pretty much all the vocals. So either I'll use it like on the because like how I do it too, like the process, I usually use like the main channel like before I send it out, or I would just like depending on the vibe of the song. So I would like either leave it there on the actual main track before I send it out, or I'll probably even put it on the auxiliary send and then like send out that same raw thing, the same raw vocals into the auxiliary tracks, like different auxiliaries. Like this one right here for the one way, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sends that I'm running. So like just to get that radio sound, like I just try to add as much sends or auxiliary sends out, and then like it gives that real sound, and then you could like add different plugins on each thing to like tailor the sound, and then I'll either mute them or solo like different ones just to hear the vibe, and then like just level them out to see like which sound I want to like be on the top end, like as background or whatever like that. And I just continue that same process throughout like all of the tracks. Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Sounds confusing, but it's yeah. Or I would even like use like same plugins on the main. Like if I'm on the laptop, I can't really like overload the RAM. But like let's say if I'm on the tower, the Mac tower, I would just probably have the same plugins on the main tracks before I send them out into the auxiliary send, and still have them on the auxiliary sends too. So it'll just be like an analog kind of thing or whatever. Just like the sound of whatever plugin that I have is just straight overtaking the track.
Yo, I got a question for you. So speaking of One Way, I'm gonna hop into Blackout, because I don't know if everyone knows that, because a lot of people always ask me whose idea was it for the auto-tune thing. That wasn't me. That was your idea. So tell me what made you want to do that? Because when I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know. But then with when the finished product came, I was like, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So like, how did you come to like hear that in your head, like when you did that?
Yeah, I listen to the music, bro. I'm a fan of your music, bro. We know each other for a minute, so I just listen, and like, I already know your catalog. So I'm like, yo, you don't really got that much auto-tune joints on and stuff, and that's the wave right now. So I process it. If it sounds good, I don't do that to every track, but like just that one per se, I just like personally felt like it was like the vibe that needed to be on there. On that one, what's the name of the track? No Strings Attached, right?
That was No Strings Attached. Nah, I was talking about Blackout, because Blackout, you did like two vocals and whatnot.
Yeah, bro. Like certain things, like I listened to the song like probably like 1,000 times, literally. Like every song I listened to like 1,000 times, honestly, bro. So I just listen, bro. After I do certain mixes and I reach certain points, I just sit back, bro, and just listen. It's like, yo, like what would make this sound cool? The same way how I like decide to do certain chops with the beats and all of that. I just like sit back and listen and like, what can I do with the vocals too at certain times too, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much just me listening as a just a regular person, just listen. Like just kind of sometimes when I'm mixing, I take myself out of the mixing seat and just listen and be like, yo, you know, I wish this right here sounded like this or whatever, or I'll probably process the whole song if I think that like the auto-tune is like needed, and then I'll just literally just take out that one piece and then leave that and cut out everything else too. Like that's pretty much like how I do it too, you know. I think I did that for that song, and then I kind of like dialed it back. So when I listened to it, I was like, nah, I don't know if the whole song needs it, but I think I'm gonna rock with this part right here because it kind of goes with everything else. So, you know, just I do all kinds of stuff, man. I experiment with your sound, you know.
Word. Some things people also ask me about is like where I get that distressed sound from my voice, and you know, for everyone that's listening, what I would do was for the Blackout song, I actually wanted it to sound like I was going through something like really like I was distressed and whatnot. So what I would do is I would do 10 to 20 push-ups then I would rap the lyrics to the Blackout song. So that's where that heave sound comes from that in that song. And then following that song, what came from that too was Omi. So it was me, it was Biggz, and it was Frontier. We was all on a Zoom call. And Frontier ended up playing a couple of beats, and that was the one that I picked. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask Frontier right quick. Yo, I get a lot of hit ups for the Omi track. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, what the heck were you thinking about when you did that?
To be honest, I think I wanted to sound like I had like RZA and Wu-Tang in mind, and I wanted to like get that energy but make it more modern, I guess. It wasn't like no crazy story. I was like, yo, I just really, that's where I am with it, like just naturally in the 90s. So, and I'm a fan of boom bap. So, but I also wanted to add that choir feel to it, make it sound more cinematic and big in certain areas. And I think with your chorus, it did that. It landed right with the choir came in. And then we got back to the and that's exactly because I want music to be supposed to move and take you on a journey. So that's where that came from.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Wu-Tang.
A lot of people they talk about that song in a sense of like, because then not to mention too, so because I remember, because it was me, you, Biggz, and you sent me the beat. I did the song in like 6 hours or whatever, and then I sent it to you, and you said you ain't had the beat for that long. So I did the first hook, and you was like, nah, this is not the one. I said, I bet. So we chucked that hook, and I called you one day. I was just feeling it. I just called you one day, and I said,
it's
yo,
that line.
Yeah,
what you talking about? It's the line.
Yeah,
it changed the whole dynamic of how I even originally heard the beat. Like you added like depth to it, and I was just trying to make a hip hop track. But that's, as a producer, that's what we want anyway.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the magic of it, bro. You take this and you take this. That wasn't, I'm never doing it with no real intention. Certain songs I am, I write too, but when it just happens organically like that, bro, you told the right story and the music hit, and I think that's why you getting hit up, and I appreciate all of that feedback too.
Yeah, but you wrote half of the hook. So, because remember, I called you on the Zoom call, and we were sitting over there like, yo, what about this? And we was going off each other energy.
Like I said, bro, it's energy, and it's just bouncing ideas off each other. Like it could be a word, a phrase, anything, bro. Anything that's going to be for the betterment of the song. And that's what we all got in common. That's what you got in common with each of us. It's all about, yeah.
Word, yeah, because and then the other part too, because my pops actually hit me up. He was like, yo, who's that on the second part talking on the song? I said, it's me. But I said, what I did was I wanted it to sound like a 50s movie, like a 40s or 50s movie.
It sounded like a sample. I didn't know it was you, because it sounded like a weird, like an actor. It was like, it sounded like a king on top of a mountain or something like that. I don't know what you had that.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to make it sound like a 40s movie.
It fit with, when I tell you it fit with the production and how it feels, how the production feels like. Feels like you go gearing up for war in certain parts of the beat before you get to the bounce to it. So
yeah. And then the song right after that was WHY.SLEEP. So Biggz, I gotta ask you, what was the process of making that beat? Like, how did that sound come about? Because I remember when I first heard that beat, I said, yo, it lit, like my head just could not stop knocking to it. So what was your process for making that beat, and how did that come about?
I'm gonna be truthfully honest. I was on YouTube and I seen a commercial, a Rocky commercial. Remember how he was running up the stairs? Crazy shit. Yes.
Hella inspiration.
It was crazy how it happened, because it just like played out one by one, and it played out so fast that I was not even paying attention. And then I made the beat, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Basically, on YouTube or whatever, I was looking up for another sample because I was trying to chop something else, because I think we spoke about doing something totally different, because there was not supposed to be no WHY.SLEEP.
Right.
Whatever. So I'm over here cooking up. So I seen a commercial, well, the advertisement, boom. Then just so happened, I'm looking through samples, and like I heard the original sample. I'm gonna have to find the original sample of WHY.SLEEP. But the original song is way faster, right? And that the guitar, that dun dun, it was not like that. It was sped up. It was actually in a different key. So when I took the sample, I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, that guitar in the back is crazy. So all I did was just crop that one part out, took out the vocals, and then I chopped it. I think I brought it down to like maybe 150, 140. And then I pitched it down. And I'm just sitting here, like, it took me a good half an hour because I'm just sitting here listening to the sample. Next thing you know, I'm like, yo, let me add a bass to this. So I'm just doing a simple bass. Then I called my pops. I had him knocking with me too. He's like, this is about to be some crazy. He said, where'd you get this from? I'm like, I don't know, bro, honestly. Next thing you know, I'm on the phone with him. He's like, yo, throw some drums to that. Let me see what you got. I'm like, you sure? I said, I don't want to burn your phone. He's like, do it. So at first, the pattern.
Imagine, bro. I love this part.
The pattern at first, I didn't really like it because I had a different sound selection. Then he was like, this got that Just Blaze feel to it. He was like, yo, add in a rim shot instead of the snare. I'm like, all right. Rim shot and EQ'd that joint and spaced it out, bro. Me and my pops was sitting here. He was like, yo, send this to me right now. I was, I was like, yo, you fuck with it? He was like, yo, bro, this might be the one. Ooh. But the artwork for WHY.SLEEP was that scene from Menace to Society when they shot Ricky. They was all hanging out with the Blacks, and it was like a GIF. I don't know if you've seen it, Matt, but I had it all over YouTube. That joint went crazy. It got like 3-point-something K views. I think like the first week I put it up. But then I took it down because after you got it from me, I was like, all right, it's clip. Like nobody can have this. So yeah. Nah, but that whole it just it happened so quick. Cause I'm like, yo, you really like this? He's like, bro, this is really something. The same thing that he said with Family Discussions.
Yeah, cause I remember when I first heard it, and then the song concept came to me later. And the problem is that's what the reason why I keep saying WHY.SLEEP is because I never thought of a hook. I was literally, it was crazy. There was someone else was in the house, was recording it. And I'm like, yo, am I loud? They go, yeah, you kind of loud. Cause I'm literally like, I'm just going off the top, like just saying whatever. And right. The WHY.SLEEP was a placeholder for me. So when I was saying that was like, okay, next thing. And I'm just rapping through it straight through. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I released it first as a single, a lot of people were messaging me about it, about like how hard the kick knocks, they like the break and stuff in it, and they liked how big it sounded. And that's a contribution to what to you, and also a mix between Archa, because when Arch got the beat, he really like the mix really filled out so much too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Trey for the artwork too. Trey Cole, yeah. So
Trey Coleman, yeah.
Yo, so funny story about that. Yes. So funny story about that was he I think I liked something on his page or something, and he liked something on my page, and we started talking. I hit him up. I said, yo, follow for follow. You know what I'm saying? I really like your art. So we both followed each other, and something about his art kind of spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was scrolling through his page, and I saw that piece of art that's actually on the WHY.SLEEP, the Biggz beat. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, that's the art for it. And so I asked him, I said, yo, do you mind if I use this painting for this release? He goes, yeah, go ahead. And he actually listened to the Fade to Black. He actually listened to my back catalog, and he said he really enjoyed it. And for me, this is a guy, he's in Chicago. I don't know nothing about this guy. So like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him, I said, yo, is there any way that I could possibly buy that piece of artwork for it? And he says it's already sold. What he did was he literally was listening to the song and he remade a piece of art for the song. So there's an original art piece for that song.
Dope.
Yep. There's an original art piece for that specific song. So again, yo, Frontier, you 100% right. Shout out to Trey.
I'm trying to remember his ad to give him some light. Is it Trey Copeland?
Yeah, it's that Trey Copeland. Yeah, I think
Copeland and Trey Copeland on Instagram. Shout out to him.
Yes, definitely. So then the next track after that was like Keep It Real, which is something that I did. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much I was trying to go for like a drill pop smokish kind of like sound. I was really enjoying some of the stuff that was going on with the 808s in the background. So I finished that up, and actually I sent it over to Archa, and the mix kind of like, again, that helped filled it out. But like towards the end when I'm rapping on the second verse, he actually added a tweak to the beat, and it kind of like adds like when I'm flowing, where like the beat kind of like drops a little bit. It's like a little drop sound. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. It's like really, you know, it kind of adds to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I call it what do I call it? Call it seasoning. That's added into it. It's so, like, all right, you got the finished product. Now you make it pretty. Add details to it.
Yo, Arch, what made you do that though? Like, what was like when you mixed that song? Like, what kind of like, because you mixed it, it sounded like you made it sound like different from the other songs. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounded new, but it had like a real New York City vibe with a mixture, like so many other elements to it. Like, does that, like when you mix, is it and you mix the way that you do, does that come from like your diversity of sound and like what were you thinking about when you mixed that particular song, Keep It Real?
Yo, I take every song like its own animal, man. Like once I get one song in, I spend as much time as possible on that one song. I like listen, like I said, 1,000 times. So I don't really unless you really wanted to like have like everything more consistent sounding, like I take a different approach every time. You know what I'm saying? Like I just sit there and listen, bro. I told you I listen to practically all your music like over 100 times. You know what I'm saying? So I just go ahead and just make something new, bro. You know what I'm saying? I listen and I'm like, all right, let me see. I never really heard this out of what Matt sent me. So let me see if I could push it through and it actually manifests. So I just let it rock out. You know what I'm saying? I just stick with it. Unless you say, yo, can you change this? Then I'll be like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm taking every song and I'm gonna take a different approach with every song that you send me.
Word. You got people who could have that, you know, mad tracks, but you handle each one with care.
Yeah, it's crazy how he does that.
Like you said, each song is gonna get the same, you know, attention.
You know the crazy part about his mixing too is his mixing literally it's just a clean sound, and he does it within because he knows that because he always tells me, he says, I want to make sure that you get quality sound, but I also want to make sure you get it as promptly as you can. He does it efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't do it fat, but he just does it efficiently. And that's something I like anybody who works with somebody who's an engineer or a mixing engineer or a mastering engineer, I got to say that work ethic and his professionalism is always on point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's outside of friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So check this out. So the album was already done. I'm going to skip No Strings Attached because I actually got homie coming in a little later. So the album was already done. No, that's okay. The album was already done. And I go to Frontier's house and, actually, I sent the clip to Biggz, and Biggz said he was feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I go over to Frontier's house, and I play Frontier Coming of Age. And he goes, why isn't this not on the album? I said, bro, it's done. The album's done. He goes, this needs to go on the album, like now. So it was actually that made me put that on the album. And Biggz actually hit me back. He sent me a voice memo saying, yo, that joint is hard. He said, I didn't even know you was making songs like that.
Right. When you said, yeah, I'm sitting there. I had to listen to it all the time. Like, nah, this ain't the regular Matt.
That's what I'm saying. Like 2.0. Like it just hit different.
Yeah.
You pulled that one from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So. I don't know what bag you jumped in, but keep that bag.
Yeah. Like, cause for real, when, like, I don't know, we didn't really think you had that in you at that particular time, like against everything else.
No, you know what it is? So focused on him being on like one set sound that when he stepped out that comfort zone, it was like
fresh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
It's like, all right, you gotta keep doing that, keep surprising. Even the people who used to you, bro. Don't even take us for granted.
I appreciate you. It was funny because that beat when I made it, I kind of was like it was a throwaway beat for me, honestly. And I kind of the more and more I heard it, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this in a pack or I'm gonna just throw it out. And the more and more I heard it, when I got to I made it on machine, and when I finally got to when I finally put that last touch on it, I started with the melody. I slowed it down, and I pitched it down, slowed it down, and then started adding the kick, snare into the hi-hats and whatnot, and then the 808. And when I heard the end of it, I was like, coming of age. I was like, all right, so that's the one. So then I got on the mic and I started rapping and whatnot. And I remember, so there was a part where the part actually gets clipped out. I said something and Tia was like, yo, I wouldn't say that. So
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because it's not necessary. We know what it is. But I said it, so I cut it out. And when Archa got the song, he actually added his own taste to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he added his own thing. He added his own feel to that. And I'm saying, so there's actually, and we're actually going to release it at some point. There's actually 2 versions to the song. So Archa did the initial mix, and there's actually auto-tune mix to the song as well.
I'm telling you, that's the version right there though, bro.
I prefer the non-auto-tune version, but I think it's a song that belongs on a TV series though.
Yeah,
like a drama scene happening with that.
See, I forgot that I sent it to you, Tia. I forgot. Okay, I did send it to you.
You got the final version, not all of them, not all over the place.
I don't think I got the final version.
I got one
version, not the final.
I had to mold that joint though. Had to mold it a little bit, man. Like that joint was like a pottery on the wheel, man. Had to really mold that. But yeah, I'm glad you like that joint, Matt.
Yeah, man, appreciate you. That was different. The other track after that, Coming of Age. Then we had KINGZ, and KINGZ was something that I produced. And I appreciate you, fam. And my pops actually bought me that pack. You know what I'm saying? That was just one of the beats that kind of came from that pack. And it was through Tier actually, that I guess he was posting my stuff, and Omari, he heard it. He heard a song from mine, and we started connecting from there, all from IG. He came up that same day, bro, and he laid down his verse and whatnot, man. And that's kind of where that came from. The sample came first, chopped up the sample, and then I added the drums, and I wanted it to sound like down southish, kind of have a UGK, or actually the beat that I really had in mind was the Where the Bag At by City Girls. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of with that vibe. And then I sent it over to Archa, and he kind of added little ducks in the beat, and I kind of added more to it as well, where it kind of filled out some of the stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
It's a collaboration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then the last song on there was Stories, and I had sent that beat over to Marquise, which is another person that I met through Tier. And at the time I was kind of doing what I was doing. And I said, because I told Tier, because he actually, so me and Marquise connected because through Tier was, I said, yo, Tier, please put me on to dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he had did a whole album with him. So yes. So we ended up linking through Tier and whatnot. And I hit him up. I hit Marquise up. I had that beat. I got that from Track Pro. Shout out to Track Pros. And I said, yo, I got this beat for you and whatever. Do you think you could do a verse, or would you mind? let me tell you something. I was flattered because I had said a verse from one of his songs. Like I said, like a piece. He recited one of the lines from my album. I was like, all right, I was floored after that. So I sent him over.
Listening.
Yes, I was so surprised at that. I was very humbled by that. So he told me, yo, do your verse first and then I'll do mine. So I, at the time I couldn't really think of anything. So you hear it in the song where I woke up, it was at 2 a.m. I turned the studio session on and whatever came out was what came out. And I sent it to him like around like 3, 4 in the morning. And he said to me, did you freestyle that? I said, yeah. He goes, yo, I'm gonna have to go hard on you, bro. I said, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. And yo, he did that verse.
He did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
He said, not leaving
That's one of my favorite tracks too, though.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm able just to be a part of, just funneling these energies together, bro. That's what it's about. I know y'all now through him. That's great.
Word. It's really funny because I remember when I played the verse for Archa on that song, he said, yo, this is like one of the hardest verses you ever did. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear stuff like that from people who know your stuff, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Bro.
Especially with somebody who you're a fan of.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
That came out how it's supposed to come out, which is great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
that was
Biggz
at the time before y'all even got to the music.
Word. And Biggz also plays a huge part too, because he's the one that like a lot of times when I could, like, again, we speak off the record and stuff like that about things. And he's the one that's always helping me like, yo, do this. Because even Archer does it too, where he's like, do this sound, do this. And a lot of times, because I record the stuff myself, he'll call me and say, yo, listen, I can mix it, but it ain't gonna sound right. Redo this or mix or talk like that. And that kind of like it all kind of together welds the song and it makes it sound the way that it sounds. You know what I'm saying? And Frontier was like, yo, how does Biggz like make these songs for you? You know what I'm saying? Does he just like have an idea of like what you like?
I kind of got down, so it's like pretty much everything that I make is more so, and plus that's my sound anyways. Like that's my direction.
It be like that most of the time. It just be the vibes be clicking up at the same time.
So sometimes you might make a beat on purpose for that person, but most of the time I think I just be making them. Like right. It's not like nothing. It's just
stuff we like. Yeah.
And when he hear it, it's like it's so fitting. It's like it go in lines with the previous, but it got a different sound to it. Like every time I try to come with something a little different. Maybe I come with something hard this time. Maybe I come with something inspirational, something so like joints that I just sent Matt. Bro, I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you. When you hear it, like damn.
Yo, Arch, I gotta ask you a question.
My best work.
Yeah, Arch, I got
work vibes.
Word. I gotta ask you, yo, Arch, what were you thinking when you did that guitar up beat for ONE.WAY, man? Like, I know it was before we had the track idea, but like, where was your mind frame with that, if you can remember that? Because I remember I played that for a family member one time in the car. He literally got out of the car and came back in the car and said, rewind the song. Like, where did you come up with like that sound? Like, it sounds so big and it hits so hard. Like, what made you come up with that?
I think it was just me just vibing out, man. Like, I think that was a sample. That guitar drum was a sample that I had. I think it was like a clip in Ableton Live. So I was just like, yo, let me just build on this shit. So I just started adding more drums and just chopping and joining up and doing all of this. And that drum was just like, I think I had to tone it down because like sometimes, the speakers and shit it don't translate to when you actually hear that shit on the phone and all of that. So I had to kind of get that right. But yeah, other than that, like, shit was just a regular vibe build beat, you know what I'm saying? Just be in the zone. Just sitting there on the computer, working in Ableton. It's like all things are possible.
Yeah.
Nah, the only thing that I think that I do like by hand is chop. but I chop my in the playlist. That's it. That's the only thing.
I have to do samples by hand.
I have to because I get that. I don't want my sample to be robotic. I don't want to put that little swing in it. You know what I'm saying? So
I like it a little sloppy, man. Make it a little
Yeah.
Don't line none of my stuff up. I hate when it's too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with rappers, if you rapping on my beat, don't be too. I hate that. It just don't. It just don't sound. I just don't get no soul out of it. I ain't gonna hold you. Hit Boy validated, you know, a lot of it for me personally. Big, I see you nodding. You know, bro. I've been following Hit Boy before it was a Hit Boy, bro. When he was back in like MySpace era, he had the Surf Club gang, like out in LA, bro. And his beats was retarded back then. I had no idea he was using Fruity Loops till he got big. So I was like, he made all this fire using it, and he still uses it to this day.
That's crazy.
And it's not even just about Fruity Loops. You know, anything you use, really.
Yeah.
Cats is getting it. Because guess what? It's about how it sound when you hit export and hit that MP3 and you hit that wave.
Yeah.
How that sound? Because that's ultimately what's gonna matter.
Yeah.
I'm going ABC all day again. So your Arch, you got anything on the way? I mean, I know we working together, but you know, anything that you got on the way, and also want to plug yourself in and give you a shout out your social media.
I start off my social media. It's Archa Da Wizard, ARCHA Wizard at like on Instagram, Twitter. I don't really post to Twitter, even though I got an account. You can go to archadawizard.com, ARCHADAWizard.com. Like anything new right now, I just want to keep on the low, but I did release, I just released the EP, SMH. It's like a 4-track EP. Like I released it when I think I released it after I finished mixing your project or whatever, but it was like old stuff I had since like last year, and I just had them stuff sitting on my computer, so I just like, yo, let me release them. But yeah, anything new? I got a song with a few artists, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mention the one artist because I ain't even do my part on it, but you know, I got just some stuff for me and my homie Bad News. I went to the studio for a song I'm doing with Bad News. It's about to probably get dropped soon. Bad News Mob. You said what?
I said I like that name, that stage name.
Bad News.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad News Mob. Yeah. I could check them out. That's one of my homies, bro. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying?
So Biggz, anything new coming? Again, I know we working on something, and you already know we got stuff in the vault. So want to plug yourself, give your social media, your YouTube, and talk about what you got coming next? I
start with my social media. Definitely Instagram, Pride by Biggz, Pride by .Biggz_. My Twitter, I think it's the same thing. Facebook is Ultra Hyman. I don't really be on Facebook like that, but that's nonetheless. New music coming. There's a whole bunch of new music coming. I got music coming with Davies, Jim Jones. SNS still need to shoot the video. I got another track with LA Sav that's coming. And then you know about, remember Mr. Tuned In?
Yeah.
He wanted me to co-produce well, actually they just did a song, him and LA Sav, they just did a song for me the other night to go on his EP. So I'll be featured on that. There probably more songs. What else? I think off the top of my head, I think that's as much as I can remember. But there's much more. There's way more because the people been hitting me up crazy. Yeah. There's a few more. And a shout out to all the local artists that I'm working with. I'm gonna get back to y'all. And collaborations, we going crazy soon. Oh yeah, by the way, we just came home with that 3rd place with the that producers collective. Out of 100 producers, I came in 3rd place. Mind you, this is in the UK. So that was you know, a good look.
Word, dog.
Bring it home. Bring it
Congratulations to you, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just a young dude trying to work. I'm hungry, bro. That's it.
Word.
Starving, bro.
Yeah, he got hunger pains.
Yes.
Yo, so Frontier, you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, we got some stuff coming. We're working on another project outside of Blackout. But again, you know, talk about, you know, what you got coming and plug in your social media, man, so people can find your stuff.
You can follow me at Frontier.wave or Facebook Frontier HDS. Right now I'm working on a beat tape. I just do beat tapes, man. I want to engage like the local artists, the rappers and stuff like that.
Yo, can we come?
Absolutely. Are you crazy? You asking me, bro? I should be asking you. Hell yeah. Get the stems over, bro. Send the stems. Other than that, I got a song with Prince Wazir you can stream it right now on Spotify. It's my first like big time placement in this week. Big time. Her name is Shady War. Y'all know who she is, right? She's in the hip hop community. She's out of Buffalo. So she's out of one of the camps in Buffalo. So we got that going. And what else? Other than that, I'm just working. I got Is It My Goal? Keep Pushing coming. I got another single with this artist out of Queens, and his name is Neek. We got a single on July 9th, and that's called Bust Up. Then I produced that too, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I heard the beat, man. That beat.
Yeah, I'm teasing it a little bit, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot.
But yeah, man. So again, thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for checking us out. Again, you can check out all the guys that are here, man, and we got more on the way. Again, appreciate you.
We might have to make this the series, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we may have to do that at some point. Definitely.
It's a series. I appreciate y'all, man.
I really appreciate all y'all. Seriously.
Thanks for having me on, though.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Always.
Stay dangerous.
That ass about to collab too.
Always.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get your drink right after this.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great, man. Yo, we could probably stick out after a little bit after the record is done. So, yo, guys, thank you again for tuning in. I'm saying we about to chop it up, but you know, this is the end of another episode of B&B Talks Podcast. Holla at y'all, man. Thank you again.
Unactivated, I see this on both ways. Unity without accountability. Hands together like I was holding a cup of Folgers. Y'all need to wake up and smell the coffee or check the batteries on your carbon detector. Confederate, pardon and gifted with land in the